it's more on waiting for the right lighting, waiting for the right person. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Gonzalez. So for today's video, I'm going to be reacting, judging, and probably cringing at photos I took when I was starting out in photography. So basically, I'm gonna talk about the mistakes I did and what I wish I did better. I mean, I know I probably don't totally hate my old photos. I mean, it was just like 2 years ago, but I believe I've improved just very, very little. I believe I learned a lot, and I'll be telling you guys about that today. Hopefully you learn a thing or two as well. Hopefully you can avoid the things that I did in the past in terms of technicalities or creativity. The reason why I don't delete these photos from my Instagram is because I want to look back and see how much how much I have improved, and think about where I began, or remember that we all start somewhere. Hopefully my Instagram feed also becomes an inspiration to you guys. The more you shoot, the more you improve, and the more you learn about photography and look at other people's work, be inspired by them. I really believe you get better. So before we begin, please subscribe, click the notification bell so you are notified every time I post a new video, and follow me on Instagram at @Gonzalez_. Joining me today is one of my very, very good friends, because if I do this alone, I'll probably not be so entertaining. So Rachel, come on down. So Rachel, hi guys. One more again. So Rachel, come on over and sit down. Let's talk about what I used to do. So this is Rachel.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Cookies followers.
Subscribers.
Oh, sorry.
We're in different platforms here. Rachel also has a channel, so you can check that out. Rachel Escasara. She does makeup, as you can see. All right. So for the first photo today, we're gonna do this together. So first, we're gonna take a look at one photo, which was taken at May 2016. It is a photo of Rachel. This is when I was starting out. Wasn't really serious about photography. So here's the first photo. Ta-da! One of the first things I see is that it was cropped badly. She's like really close to the edge. So weird. The coloring is all bad. I'm so sorry I did this to you. It was like sunset. Of course, we wanted to get that shine. I had no idea what a reflector was. So I was like, why do other people get to have like nice photos even when it's backlit?
I liked it. Like the
Sorry.
first time.
Excuse me? Again, when you're taking photos or you're editing or you're cropping, like every decision has to be intentional. Obviously, when I cropped this or when I took it, I wasn't thinking at all. I was editing everything on VSCO cams. There's like blue, there's like pink and red, and her skin's all weird.
I wasn't sure what you were going for, but I liked it.
I don't know what I was going for either. So anyway, that was the first. Oh my gosh, so this is September 2016. Here's another photo of Rachel. Again, cropping.
My makeup was so bad. Like, can you see my contour?
I think
like
the
contour.
posing. I think I wasn't really good at directing.
I wasn't even posing.
See? I didn't direct her. I didn't tell her, oh, this is a good side. Or maybe I did. It's just probably bad instinct. Look at her. Look at her fingers.
No, look at my face. Like, where's the bathroom?
So one more thing I noticed here is that it's just too much contrast. You can't see where her hair and her shirt and it's just like all black. I mean, right now I like showing the details, especially when it comes to hair. Hair is actually a very pretty feature that you want to show on your photos.
Yeah.
I probably put the contrast like so high here. And again, the coloring. What is with me and the blue hues and the blue shadows?
And the
like,
green.
I mean, I know there's other people out there who like that. It's just that it just doesn't make sense with this photo, right? I remember this. We were running out of light, and I was like, no, but we still took the picture anyway. So yeah, the light, it's just too dark, and the quality is so bad. I'm like, what
camera did you use?
Oh, I'm using this. Oh yeah, the camera I used is the same camera I used today. So again, no excuse in what gear you have. You can always improve. You can always be better, export in better quality. And it's more on waiting for the right lighting, waiting for the right person. Just composing properly, framing properly, looking for the right location, just being intentional in everything you do. So yeah, the same camera, same lens that I used today. So Yeah. Anyway, we didn't get to utilize the placement of your bag properly. Again, we just wanted to take photos. And there's like a good and bad side to that. Just wanting to shoot. You're just gonna regret it after 2 years.
Yeah, for the sake of taking
Yeah, for
photos.
the sake. There's like a difference. I want to shoot because I just want to practice, but at the same time, there's other times that you say, I want to shoot because I want to post something. And I mentioned that in my other video. So it kind of devalues your photos when you're just like, oh, let's shoot just so that we can post on Facebook or Instagram.
It becomes like forced.
Yeah. So moving on to our next photo. Again, too much contrast. Cropping. What is wrong with my cropping? I think I was going for the rule of thirds, but I didn't follow through.
Yeah, your framing's a lot different compared to now.
Just like the photo earlier, I made the subject be placed almost in the corner. What is with that? We talk about breaking the rules once you know it, but I don't think I knew the rules. If you want to break the rules, you have to understand them first and why they are there. When I cropped this, I wasn't breaking the rules because I wanted to say something or I wanted to add depth to the photo. I just did it wrong. I wasn't thinking, obviously. For me, the angle's a bit off. Back then, looking at this photo, I was like, oh my gosh, I took such a great photo. But now looking at it, I was like, what am I doing? Let's go to July 2016. Here, I kind of found what I liked, the black and whites and grays, but I still haven't really mastered it. Look at that lighting. All the photos like I like during that time were like minimal, and I was like trying so much to accomplish that. But again, doesn't really work out. The sun should come back. Anyway, it didn't really work out. So here's a photo of my friend Jasmine. She was like, what am I gonna do? And I was just like, just pose. You can't expect your friends to know how to pose. I mean, in the sense that doesn't mean that they can't take a good photo. It's just that they don't know how they look like in the camera.
Yeah.
So you really need to help them out. Last video, I talked about that. Don't force your friends to become models. Too much contrast, not really in focus, doesn't really grab your attention. And I was using filters on VisuCam. My advice, don't use filters if you want to get better. But if you just want like a quick edit, go ahead, use your filter. If you want to be serious about photography, you have to start learning about post-processing and editing on your own without the help of filters, because you really find what you're looking for, or you really find your own style when you don't use filters. My temperature was all off. The temperature setting, I made it on the bluer side. Oh, white balance. There you go. That's the word. White balance. See, I still don't know my things. I think I put too much clarity.
And clarity.
Yeah, I put too much clarity. I use clarity a lot. Ugh. So I kind of ruined her skin, even when she has beautiful skin.
She does.
I kind of ruined it for her. I'm so sorry. So anyway, I think that's it. The kinds of photos I took just fluctuated. It wasn't consistent.
Like this lighting.
During the time, I guess I was still searching for my style. But without that season, without this whole thing that I did, I wouldn't be here where I am today. Yeah.
Applicable to every...
Yeah, applicable to any progress. You have to go through the process. Wow. So profound. Never heard that before. If I just looked at my photos and said, oh, I'm really good, just keep doing the same thing, I would have never improved. But at the same time, if I looked at my photos and said, oh, these photos are really bad, I should stop shooting, I would have never accomplished
what you do now.
I'm not saying I'm like the best right now. I feel like... What are you trying to say? I feel like 2 years from now, 2 to 3 years from now, I'm gonna look at my photos now, which I think is pretty okay. I'm gonna probably look back and say, what was I doing? Same thing. And that's good, right?
In a way.
For now,
wanting to improve.
Yeah, you kind of see yourself and say that, oh, I was there, but now I'm here. It makes you happy, but at the same time, okay, that means I have to continue improving. If you feel like you're in my 2016 self, if you really want to grow in your photography or do this as a full-time job, or a part-time job, or basically just earn money, don't give up. Keep practicing, keep learning. That's my advice for you. Rachel, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So subscribe, click the notification bell, follow me on Instagram, and if you like this video, like it. But if you don't, share it, and maybe it'll help someone else. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!